This video will cover 10 times that Generation X did some real dirtbag things. Our degeneracy started young with Ding Dong Ditch. We would run up to a house at night, ring the doorbell, and run. Sometimes we collected dog crap, threw it in a bag on a porch, and lit it on fire before running into the shadows for cover. When the homeowner rushed outside and stomped out the small fire, the dog shit exploded out from under his shoes. At Halloween, we added a twist of front porch deviancy called Smashing Pumpkins. This act even inspired the name of a great Generation X band. On the dirtbag scale, Ding Dong Ditch has a ranking of 7 dog turds. Number 2, liquid lunches. Gen Xers were resourceful little dirtbags, downright sneaky. Every kid would steal a few beers from his parents' refrigerator over time, so it wouldn't be noticed. Then us latchkey kids would go to somebody's empty house during school lunch, as both parents worked. We'd chug for a half an hour and return to school loaded, bringing the party back with us. All the teachers knew. Nobody did anything. We'd give liquid lunches 8 empty beer cans on the dirtbag meter. Number 3, girls stuffing their bras. Some girls will admit that bra stuffing was the first thing they learned at summer camp. Look, everybody goes through puberty at different stages in life, so some girls had no choice than to stuff in order to compete for the attention of boys. Since there's no actual victim here, only a little false advertising, the DB meter comes in at a flat 2. A flat 2. Number 4, the invisible rope trick. Usually around sunset, kids would line up on both sides of the street, and as a car approached, we would pull an invisible rope across the road, making those strenuous faces like we were tugging hard to prevent the vehicle from passing. The car always stopped, and we always popped up empty-handed, laughing, to show them that it was a prank. It was all good, innocent fun. Number 5, smoking in the boys' room or a girl's room. There have been famous songs written about this degenerate teenage rite of passage. I guess today it would be vaping in the vestibule. But how deviant was this act really? Up until the 80s, schools actually had designated areas for the kids to smoke. There were some benefits too, as smoking was communal, cut down on isolation, although it was extremely unhealthy. We ended up giving it 7 camels on the dirtbag meter. Well, we're halfway there, and I just want to remind everybody that if you like this channel that talks about the 70s and 80s childhood, please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. We appreciate it. Now back to Generation X Degenerates. Number 6, crank phone calls. In the 1970s, before caller ID even existed, crank calls were a casual, anonymous form of teen rebellion. Kids used physical phone books to target strangers and classic gag lines and fake names. Here's an example. You would find a family with the name Whitehead and call them and ask for Mr. Blackhead. When they told you their correct name, you'd say, "Sorry, I dialed the wrong pimple." Number 7, putting a Playboy nudie magazine between the covers of a Sports Illustrated at the local Ramsey pharmacy. We read Sports Illustrated for the articles, not the photos of famous athletes. We could stare at our favorite athletes for hours. One time, a hip cashier called us out. "Hey, this ain't a sporting goods store. Go pitch your tent somewhere else." Embarrassed, we limped out of the store. I'm not proud of this perverted behavior. Okay, maybe I am a little bit. On the dirtbag scale, we give the hidden magazine trick 9 Sports Illustrated covers. Number 8, scuffing up and damaging school property with Herman Survivor work boots. This act was so mindlessly destructive. We were like dogs marking our territory. Those poor underpaid janitors had to work hard scrubbing off our black-heeled scuffs. It really was a senseless act of rebellion. The dirtbag meter jumped high on this one to a perfect 10 out of 10 scuff marks. Number 9, taking the train into Manhattan's Chinatown to buy fireworks and then terrorizing our own neighborhood at night, blowing off M80s. We would designate one kid every night to explode a loud M80 at 3 in the morning. We did it for like 2 straight weeks until the cops put a unit on patrol for us. I see the police are finally getting tough with these little deviants, parents said as we squirmed at the breakfast table, eating Captain Crunch in silence. This degenerate behavior was menacing, costing people a good night's sleep, and without realizing it, we were terrorizing the poor family dogs as well. I now regret being a part of it. The DB meter reads the maximum on this one. And finally, number 10, acquiring a fake ID at 17 years old so we could get into the bars and clubs. Some of these IDs were so cheesy that they were downright comical. It was a miracle that we didn't get caught, but we paid any price to be treated like adults. And by adults, I mean getting served and drinking yourself half blind, followed by puking your guts out, followed by passing out. The only time we didn't need our fake IDs was at a New York St. Paddy's Day parade. Everybody got served on March 17th. On the dirtbag meter, the fake ID came back with a total dirtbag score. Well, this is just a small sampling of how Generation X devolved into degeneracy. In the comment section, feel free to share how you made it onto the dirtbag meter. We won't tell your family or your employer. Until next time, Generation X Degenerates, always remember that back is the way forward. See you next time.